Hey, what's up to everybody out there? I'm Keith Smith,
I'm Demarc Ramadan.
and this is Crewneck Sweaters, episode 2. Now, today we come to you guys to talk about a certain topic, thirstiness. You guys are using it on Twitter, Facebook, text messages, and we really don't know what it really means.
So basically, by the end of this video, you'll be able to identify a thirsty person.
Yeah, but before we get to describing a thirsty person, we have some questions we want to ask that we need answers to. First off, question number 1. Since all the world's nations are in debt, who has all the money?
Question number 2. When you're at the movie theater, which one of the armrests/cup holders is yours?
That's a good question. Alright, another question for you guys. Why is bra a singular word when there's two hands, but panties a plural word where there's only one hand?
Alright, here's another one. If I was to have an alcoholic beverage in Jamaica where the legal drinking age is 18, and I came to America under the influence, would I still be in the wrong?
You still be able to get arrested? That's the question, man. For real. But my last question is, in court they ask you, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? But what if you answer no? What happens then?
Nobody's done it. My last question. Bunnies don't lay eggs, so why does the Easter Bunny carry around eggs?
I always wondered that when I was a little kid. Why are eggs and
strange.
Easters and bunnies, and people think that stuff's cool. But let's get to these characteristics of trying to find out what a thirsty person is. Number 1. A thirsty person would do this. They would send a text message on 2 separate occasions, or a phone call, and would not get a response or get forward to a voicemail. And they will keep trying over and over again. That's thirsty, my friends.
Second of all, on Facebook, if you like every picture in every one of her Facebook albums, and you post a comment on every status update, and she still doesn't acknowledge you, just stop. You're being thirsty.
That is thirsty. But there is nothing wrong with going out your way to, do something nice for someone you find attractive or cute. But it is thirsty when you find out what paths they walk each day to class, find out their schedule, or when you're out in public and you want to make a loud noise just to get attention. And that's thirsty.
Here's another one. Constantly talking about sex. Here's one for the guys. This is what girls don't want you to know. From the moment that she meets you, she already decides whether or not she wants to give it up. So if she's not interested, just accept the fact that she's not interested. Move on and stop being thirsty.
Thirsty. Well, everybody always has that one person who thinks something is more than what it is. Like in a relationship, for instance, you're not trying to be in a relationship, but they constantly think you are. Now, when you know that you're not in a relationship, but that you constantly are cuffing someone, trying to control their lives, trying to tell them what to do and what they cannot do, that's thirsty, my friend. Let that person live. Let that person breathe.
One popular move by all thirsty people is the neck breaker. Don't make yourself uncomfortable just because someone attractive walks into the room. The moment you sacrifice your comfort just to see somebody who you don't even know, you're being thirsty. Next time your neck hurts, consider the fact that you're a thirsty person.
Alright, another trademark of a thirsty person is the call and or yell. Now everybody on this campus that we're at, South Carolina State University, it's an everyday occurrence. You be walking in the plaza, all you hear is, yo, or hey girl. If you find yourself doing that, you're probably thirsty. For one, it makes you look thirsty out in public because people are going to turn around and look at you like, he's thirsty. And the person that you're calling, you're also embarrassing them. That's too negative, man. And that doesn't make a positive. That's thirsty, my friend.
Another popular move by thirsty people is the drive-by. One of the dumbest things I see on a daily basis. Basically, a thirsty person is the type of person who would slow down, or in the case of somebody who's extremely parched, come to a complete stop just to get at somebody you don't know. That's thirsty.
Alright, this is my last one. If you find yourself doing all the work in a friendship or your so-called relationship, doing all the calls, all the texting, doing all the driving, all the paying, well, you probably not even might make it that far. But all the calls and all the texting. In text messages, you receive one-word text messages like K or O, laugh out loud, or no texts at all, or you get forwarded to the voicemail every time and they don't return your calls. Say you guys were in the same class before, and ever since she has sat, or he or she has sat far away from you now, or they walk the same path to class and they stop walking that path just knowing they're going to run into you, or you're out in a public setting and they act like they cannot acknowledge you, and you still try to get at them. That's thirsty, my friends.
And number 10 on the list. Thirsty people invite themselves places. It is never appropriate to invite yourself anywhere. Not only is it thirsty, but it's very impolite. No one appreciates people who do.
Now, if you have any of the characteristics that we just explained on this show, you suffer from dehydration, harshness. To make a long story short, you suffer from thirstiness.
So, if you suffer from any of those things, find your way to the nearest vending machine or water fountain, because you, my friend, are thirsty.
And this is not Dos Equis. So, don't stay thirsty, my friends. Crewneck Sweaters, episode 2.